coverage that they play relative to the offense?
It's a little bit different. It's a little bit of the same stuff, but they're going to try to keep almost everything in front of them. So when we get the chance, we gotta capitalize on everything.
Julian, you scored a touchdown. Does it feel a little bit like high school again?
Definitely not like high school, but it's been great to just be back on the field and be able to have some production in the couple games that I've been in. So it's been a big change of pace and a big confidence boost for me.
Did you think of yourself as a deep threat this entire time, or how did you view yourself before you started getting on the field? Because it seems like you are becoming one of those deep threats for this team.
I feel like that would be one of my stronger points. Definitely is down the field, but like I said, I was just always really an athlete and then kind of developing a receiver. So it's just constant. It's just a constant development phase, and just getting better in every aspect of the game.
Do you feel a connection with CJ becoming even better now that you've found the end zone a few times?
The connection really comes from practice. The games, obviously, that's what everybody gets to see. But, just coming in practice and making the routine plays routine and, working on plays that maybe don't necessarily work right away and just getting that extra rep, I feel like that builds the best connection.
You mentioned those big games being a confidence booster. Like, when you start having success, does that make it easier to have more success after you kind of going through that wall?
I definitely think so. Obviously that first game was for me it was kind of jitters. It was one of my first games back in a long time. But just getting that out of the way and having an all right game and playing however many snaps it was, I feel like now there's just so much you could build on. And the confidence boost, like I was talking about a second ago, really comes from practice. That hard Tuesday, Wednesday when you're really going at it. So that just helps really ease your nerves, knowing that you put in that preparation earlier in the week.
Julian, I know with Mecca and Mar, those are mature guys for being relatively young. With Jackson out and you kind of getting yourself back into the mix in full-time rotation, have you felt your role maybe be more important than maybe just on the field, or do you feel like you have a role in leading those guys to be ready to take over?
Obviously they're really mature dudes, so they don't necessarily need a real vocal leader. They're really, a lot of them are leaders themselves, but just based on the off season and everything like that, I feel like I kind of have grown into that leadership role as time went on, and I'm starting to become more vocal and be able to really go out of my way to try to help everybody out, in the receiver room or even outside of our room. So I feel like it's definitely a role I'm growing into, but it's still going to take some time to really get comfortable in it.
The guys that are not in that room, I think it's interesting. You obviously came in all the hype, and college football can be tough. How have the younger guys, the freshmen especially, responded to more vocal leadership?
Honestly, they responded really well because they definitely faced some adversity as soon as they got here, even leading up to this point. So just having somebody to lean on, somebody older that's been through a lot, especially like myself. I've had a lot of conversations with some of the younger dudes who, come in and think this and this is going to happen, and it doesn't go their way right off the bat. So just being able to have somebody to lean on and talk to and really get your feelings out there, and somebody who really understand that, I feel like that's very beneficial for them.
You guys have played without Jackson. What can Jackson do to make you guys even better?
I feel like it's a whole different ballgame with him. Obviously, we're real dynamic as a receiver group, and we're striving to be the best receiver core in the country. So just having him come back and being healthy is gonna be a whole dynamic for our offense.
In what ways? What does it do that takes you guys to another level?
A little bit of everything. Jackson's Jackson. You saw what he did last year, so I feel like his game really plays for himself. Play the film, and it really speaks for itself. It's hard to really take a deep dive into him when he's just an amazing football player. He's one of the best receivers in the country. There's no doubt about that. So just having him back is going to be a huge boost for all of us.
Three of you guys, Marvin, Mecca, you, Frank on the field at the same time?
Maybe. It would obviously have to depend on what personnel we're in and stuff like that, but it definitely could be a possibility.
How much film have you guys watched of that 2017 game against Iowa?
We've actually talked about it a good amount, especially we really took a deeper dive into it yesterday, and in one of our team meetings is talking about not being complacent, and they came off a big win in 2017 just to get washed out by Iowa. So that's something we're really taking in the heart right now. Just taking every game one at a time and focusing on them and not overlooking them and looking into later down the season.
Their film, they don't change much what they do defensively. They haven't changed much since then to now. How much can you guys as a group learn from that film?
You can learn a lot. You can learn a lot of tendencies. You can learn all this stuff. They kind of stick to their basics and they stick to what they're good at. And like I said, they kind of just they feel like they could play their defense better than you could play your offense. So you really have to make sure you're sound in all aspects of the game and really just taking care of the football and doing everything you do at a very, very competitive level.
Julian, we've heard stories about Marvin's work ethic. What was kind of your first impression when he got here?
That he was crazy.
Why you say that?
Nah, Marvin Mack, crazy work ethic when they came in. Even JB, I mean, coming in here, I mean, in the offseason, 5 o'clock in the morning. I mean, you could even see him every single day now coming in before practice, catching, I don't even know how many balls in the Monarch. So, I mean, they come in here, they live, eat, breathe football. So, I mean, it's hats off to them because they really take this very, very, very seriously. And, like I said, it was just crazy to me when I had first seen them.
Why is this room so pulling for each other? I mean, we heard Emeka a couple weeks ago say he wants to be the first guy that celebrates when Marvin scores a touchdown. You guys could be individual guys. You guys could be me guys. Why is it not that case, despite how talented this room is?
I mean, if you want to have a championship team, you can't really splinter. So, I mean, to really go into that, I mean, and be individuals, you're never going to be able to be a championship team. You're always going to be trying to look out for yourself. But when you're looking out for other people and all the people around you, and the offense is looking out for the defense looking out for the offense, position group looking out for each other, I mean, that's what really builds that bond, builds that brotherhood, and builds that chemistry that leads you to championship, championship games and championship football.
Julian, I know you've been asked this probably. I'm sorry for doing it again, but just to have like Jackson in uniform and working out over here, what does that mean for the rest of the unit?
It's a huge boost, huge confidence boost. It's great to have him back. Obviously, we've missed him the past couple weeks, and it's great to see his face back in the mix and seeing what he can do on the field just in practice and everything like that. So, I mean, that's one of my brothers. So, I mean, I'm super excited for him. I'm super excited to play with him again.
He hasn't had to go through a lot of the injury stuff like you have, obviously. I don't know whether you had conversations about dealing with it or not. What would you have told him if you did?
No, we've had a couple conversations, and it's really just like, it's just another bump in the road. I mean, that's how you have to take it. It's just another point of adversity that's going to make you stronger down the line. So it really is what you make of it. If you take it like, oh man, I'm hurt, like this sucks, all this kind of stuff, like it's honestly, there's going to be no growth from it. But if you take it as, I'm hurt, I got an opportunity to be better, I have an opportunity to focus on all the things that I was lacking on, I have an opportunity to cheer on my teammates. It's obviously very, very hard, but once you do that, I feel like it builds you into such a better person, and really just it makes you harder as a person.
Julian, last bye week, not only that you guys had the week off, but also for Ohio State students, it was the fall break. What did you do during that that off time just to kind of reset and regroup and kind of unwind before getting back into the thick of things with practice?
I just kind of took some time to get my legs under myself, take care of my body, make sure I'm putting the right stuff in my body, always. And, it really just felt good to come back after especially that little extended break. And, coming back for that first practice, it kind of felt like a whole new man, like felt fresh and everything like that. So it was just, it was really good, but we came back in real locked in and real focused. So it's been a tough 2 days, but it's been very good for everybody.
That extra week that you get because of the off week, and I know some of you're not doing but from a football standpoint, did you take that week to look at Iowa more? Do you do more back, like self-evaluation stuff that already happened this year? Do you look ahead? How do you use that week?
Not looking ahead. A lot of self-evaluation and a lot of Iowa. That was the main focus. Just we have cut-ups of just all of ourselves throughout the past however many games and every rep that we've had. So just being able to go and critique yourself on everything that you feel like that you're lacking, or even asking a coach to go through it with you and really see what they think about it. And then obviously looking into Iowa film and just preparing for them as much as we can.
How many different Iowa games did you watch?
A good amount. We have a good amount that we've been able to watch and study. So we're going to try to take all that and be as confident as we can going into the game.
What stands out about them, though, defensively? What just jumps out at you about them?
They're tough. They're tough kids. They play really, really, really good fundamental football. They know all their jobs well. They have very, very, very little mistakes. So we're gonna have to capitalize on every opportunity that we have.
I feel like that's been maybe the most interesting matchup is you guys against their DBs. That's probably the best position group, and obviously you guys are strong collectively. See how that all shakes out.
Yeah, it'll be a good game. Obviously, I'm really confident in our receivers and our study. So, I mean, we're going to go in very confident, but obviously we're not overlooking anybody. So it's obviously going to be a competition on the outside, and it'll be the better team that wins.
Coach Wilson told us that with them that 50-50 balls are maybe less than 50-50 just because that's how well they play the ball. Is that something you guys have talked about, the challenge you guys can do?
We haven't really necessarily taken a deep dive into anything like that, but I mean, when the ball's in the air, we're expected to make the play, and that's it all said and done. So when the ball's in the air, when the ball's coming your way, you got to make that play, and if you don't make that play, I mean, you're going to be harder on yourself than even the coaches are going to be. So it's just kind of the expectation.
Have you thought about how defenses will mess with you guys if, in fact, y'all do get Jackson back sooner rather than later? What they'll throw out there at you, who they'll consider the most important? Does that even? I know it doesn't matter to y'all, but they got to do something, right, one way or the other.
Yeah, I mean,
because y'all are so established now.
Yeah, no,
even without him.
I haven't really thought about it or anything like that, and I don't know if he has or anything like that as well. But I mean, obviously, it's going to be really, really hard to focus in on one receiver with all the threats we have. We're a really, really deep room across the board, so I feel like it's going to be really hard for defenses to really hone in on one person and leave somebody else in single coverage.
Yeah, including yourself. Huh?
Yes, sir.
I mean, you've had some weeks here recently. What is? And you've probably already been asked about. What has this done for your mojo, your confidence, whatever you want to call it?
Yeah, it's definitely been a confidence boost, and it's definitely been exciting. And it's just really something to constantly build on and constantly look at, and critique myself into being better and better every single week, because I know there's still holes in my game. So it's just something to be. I mean, I'm very, very happy about it, but we still have a long way to go.
Yeah, but you guys seem, and I'm just going to ask you this. Obviously, you got to be able to catch the ball to play here. You've got to be able to run, etc. But you guys seem to be running good routes for one of them. You seem to be accountable once you're on the field and stuff. Where does that come from? Does it just come? Obviously, it comes from repetition, but is it Coach Hartline just harping on it? Where does that come from?
I mean, to be a receiver, you have to be a really good route runner. That really is where all your separation comes from. Is break point to catch.
But you know what I'm talking about. Some guys are sloppy. You can watch guys. I'm not on y'all's team, but I'm talking about around. You know what I mean?
Maybe. I mean, like I said, it's just an expectation around here for the past however many years. It's, receiver after receiver have all been very, very crisp route runners, and once you set the expectation, everybody has to follow it, and there's no gray area. You either do it or you don't do it. So that's really the expectation we have in our room. So you're expected to do everything how it's expected to do.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate y'all.
Thanks, Julian.
Who's over there?
I don't know. I haven't been over there yet.